All right, how you doing, everybody? It's Neil here. I got an email today that asked me to do an interview, so I'm gonna do this interview, and I'm gonna do it, type it out as, no, I'm gonna talk it out as I type it out. So y'all get to listen and hear it. Maybe Crystal will put the video up rather than just the reading portion of it. And hi, Kenzie. Yeah, my goofball little cousin over there. Okay, so here we go. Let's bring up this document here, and where'd that document go? I had this document here. Let me see here.
We gotta watch this.
Wait a second. That's not the right button. Recent documents. Wait a second. Where'd it go? I had this document. Where'd it go? Okay. It looks like I have to actually find this thing first. It should have saved somewhere. Okay, guess I gotta go back to the email and probably start this video all over again. Oh, there's the email. All right. So let's copy this all the way down. Paste it over here into a fresh document. Word. Paste. I love that word, paste. How many of you ate paste as a kid when you were in school? I know I did. Stuff tasted great, didn't it? Maybe that's my problem, huh? A little too much paste when I was a kid. Okay, it asks for my name, alright? Well, I am Neil Orr, and no, my name is not a pseudonym. That is my real name. I don't believe in, well, let's say I just don't feel the need to use a pseudonym. It just, I'm not afraid of who I am. Age, well, let me see, I'll be celebrating my 32nd birthday next Thursday. Of course, don't tell anybody this, but it's the 13th time I've celebrated my 32nd birthday. Okay, so and then where am I from? From a little bit of everywhere. Let's see. I was raised in Southern California. And let's see, and then I moved, let's see, I went to Arizona for a while. Then from Arizona, I traveled across country to Virginia. Spent a couple of years there, or about a year there. Decided that I didn't like Virginia. They were a little bit too backwards for me. I'm just kidding. That was actually meant for a buddy of mine, Eddie. Anyway, back to Arizona for about a month, and then up to Nevada for a few years. And then back to Arizona for a few more years. And as of right now, I am in Michigan. Let's see here. It says a little bit about yourself, i.e. your education, family life, etc. Well, I got a little bit of college behind me. Just a few credits shy of my degree. My bachelor's degree. Family, let's see. I have a lot of cousins up here in Michigan, I have a father and my stepmother in Oregon, I think. Grants Pass, I believe, is where they're at. Yep, Grants Pass, Oregon. And let's see, I've got a brother down in Texas and another brother in California. So and that's about it as far as family goes. Oh, my son, can't forget him. That's about it. Okay, my son, sorry, Chaz, is in Arizona living with my ex-wife, whom I recently divorced and found out that we make better friends than we do husband and wife. So we decided to go back to being friends, and I couldn't be happier. So now let's see, tell us your latest book news. Well, the latest book news is a couple days ago, I just went through and put on some final touches because I had one of my readers point out some things that my editor and myself missed in Shad'rah. So got those fixed and got everything updated and whatnot for Shad'rah back on the market. It is, if you've already read it, there's just a couple. You'll see the mistakes in there, just a couple of them. I mean, it wasn't much, but it's all fixed. It's been revamped, put back on KDP, put back on Amazon. So I did that, and I dropped the price down to $2.99 for ebook and $7.50 for paperback. So that's the latest news on the book. Let's see, when and why did I begin writing? Well, the first time was when I was a kid. I was 8 or 9, did a short story for an essay competition, won. And I've just kind of written short stories for myself, never really finished anything up until Shad'rah. So it wasn't until my medical condition, which I have degenerative disc disease, and that kind of ended my career from law enforcement, and so I decided that I'm gonna go back to writing. So I did, and I finished Shad'rah in dedication to my mom, and I released it on the anniversary of her death, and kind of to give that date a whole new meaning for me. So that's enough about that. I don't like talking about the bad things in life anymore because there's too much good in life. When did you consider yourself an author? Well, let's see. When I sat down and started writing Shad'rah, and I decided that I'm serious about it, I'm an author. If anybody wants to disagree with me, read the book first, then you can tell me. If you have read the book and you disagree with me, well, that's your right. Okay, I can't tell you that what you can and cannot think. So I'm not going to change my opinion about you just because you don't like me. So all my fans are important. What inspired you to write your first book? A reoccurring dream. Let's see, in the book, there's a scene in the book where Draganos runs through the hallway, through a second room, jumps off a balcony, and changes into a bird, and chases down an assassin. And that is a dream that was reoccurring, and it's a little inspiration from a game, World of Warcraft, a little inspiration from Terry Brooks's Shad'rah series, a little inspiration from Christopher Paolini, and the Aragon series. Eh. So what inspired you to write your first? Well, gee, I think I just answered that one. What inspired me to actually write the book? Well, just a desire to actually, I don't know, accomplish something in my life. I was feeling down because of my medical condition, and I decided that I was tired of feeling like that, and I wanted to do something to, I don't know, make myself feel better. So, and it worked. It really did. I feel great. Let's see. Do you have a specific writing style? I don't know. It's just sitting behind the keyboard and typing away a style, because that's pretty much what I do. I don't do the whole what's that thing called? Outline. I don't do the whole outline thing. Um, I I sit down behind the computer and I start typing away. If I get caught up on the continuity thing, I go back and check it. So I don't know. My writing style is just to sit down and write. I try to remain, even though it's fantasy, I try to keep a little bit of realistic attitude in my stories. So, you're not going to see your elves speaking. Um, the elves are not going to be the high and mighty, arrogant, well, maybe a little arrogant, but they're not going to be the high and mighty, arrogant, I'm better than thou, and all the races are below me type deal. Okay, so, if that's what you're expecting, and then, don't, because my elves are no better than the humans or the dwarves, a little better than the trolls, because the trolls ain't all there. But yeah, so how did you come up with the titles? Okay, you're gonna really think I'm weird. For Shad'rah, I took a bag full of, what's that game? Scrabble. Grab bag full of Scrabble tiles, shook it up, reached in, grabbed a handful, and put them out there, and I made a word with it. Came out to be Shad'rah. So Shad'rah was that's how I got the names of the city and the book. Hatchboro, which is the one I'm currently working on, book 2. I just named that after the dwarven city in the in Shad'rah, and because that's where book 1 ends and book 2 picks up, is in Hatchboro. The next book will be Curelon, because that's where book 2 will end and book 3 will pick up, and so on and so forth. And this whole thing started out to be like a trilogy. That was my mindset on it. Now I'm up to 5 books. I was up to 4 until last month, and then I decided I'm going to have 5. I think we'll see. Book 4 rolls around, and we might decide there needs to be a couple more. So there is going to be a prequel to the series also. So might want to look out for that one too. Let's see here. Is there a message in your novel you want the readers to grasp? Magic is everywhere. We don't necessarily have the kind of magic you'll see in my book, but look around you. There's magic everywhere. All you got to do is make it happen. Okay, how much of the book is realistic? The conversations. The feelings. And the water? No, because the water's purple. No, the water's not purple. I don't remember what color I painted the water, but the sand's purple. water is bright green, I think. Anyway, so yeah, pretty much the conversations, that's about all you'll find that's realistic. And the feelings, the romance. You know, it's a little more realistic than some of your some of the movies I've seen. Let's see here. Are experiences based on someone you know or events in your own life? I wouldn't say the experiences are based on people I know. I mean, some things, some of the things are based on me and whatnot. Maybe events in my own life, but for the most part, no. But the characters are. And let me see here. I guess I can tell you about that now because she doesn't ask me about the characters again. So let me tell you about the characters. Okay. First, you have Draganos. Draganos is all me. Attitude, the self-doubt in the beginning, whatnot like that. The stumbling when it comes to, when he meets, or when he figures out his feelings for Katora. That's all me. Shibby is based on a friend of mine. His name is James. I've actually posted a picture of me and him together in Missouri not too long ago on the Facebook page. We have been playing World of Warcraft together for 8-9 years and whatnot. He has always been Shibby and always played a dwarf, so I molded Shibby around James and his character in WoW, and his attitude is pretty much the same. I just added the accent to it and all that. So, by the way, if you haven't figured it out, the dwarven accent is pretty broguish. It's an Irish accent, so just keep that in mind when you're reading it. Willem is he's Draganos' best friend, and it's kind of based on friendship that I had with Robert many years ago, and I don't know, just that's a friendship that has always stuck with me, even though we drifted apart for quite some time. Let's see, Katora. Katora is based on the one that got away. And Daviesh is based on my ex-wife. Very strong-willed, very capable, take charge kind of person, and all that. So, let's see here. Nemet was based on one of James's characters. We just kind of took the character itself and created a persona between me and him. Created the persona for Nemet, one evil, twisted bitch. And then there's Hadrian, which is your friend that stabs you in the back. I have no idea. It's just something I came up with. That was a character that kind of developed and on his own, and as the story went along, he changed. Yes, it was in here. So the voices in my head and my friends and my life are what created this story. Let's see, what books have most influenced your life? Most. Hey, Crystal, there's 2 Mosts in there. I think you need to lose one. Um, anyway, let's see. Dean Koontz Phantoms was probably one of the best books of my life. I mean, it was just a time in my life when I really needed something, and somebody handed me that book, and I got into it, and it kind of gave me that reinvigorated my love to read, and so that helped me out. If I had to choose which writer would I consider a mentor, that one's easy. Terry Brooks, all the way. I mean, he is, in my opinion, he's just fantasy author's god, so to speak. I mean, the guy's phenomenal. That's all I can say. What book am I reading now? Currently, actually, I just finished why is the name of this book eluding me? Let me see. God, it was a good book too. You guys would really like it, especially if you like zombie books. It's by author Rissa Blakely. So, Rissa Blakely wrote a book, and I know she's gonna kill me because I have to look this up because I just got done reading it too. I feel so bad. I'm so sorry, Rissa. Some people probably already know. It's called Broken Dreams. See, that's all I had to do was think of it. Broken Dreams, very good book. I haven't actually written my review for it yet, but it is definitely a 5-star read. If you love zombie movies and you like zombie books, you know, this is one that you will definitely love. It's a bit long for no, it's kind of a bit long for a novel, but it is definitely well worth the read. I mean, you know, I made it through Stephen King's It, and to me, this one was more fun to get through. Okay, so definitely pick up Rissa Blakely's Broken Dreams. Okay. What books have most influenced? Oh, I already went that. Let's see. What book am I reading now? Are there any new authors that have grasped my interest? Okay, let's see. Can we make a list here? We got Rissa Blakely. Patrick O'Sheen is definitely one you want to read. There is Sandra Shrewsbury. I've also been reading a young girl's fantasy works. Her name is Elizabeth Wheatley. I'm gonna definitely pick her books up. I haven't read Crystal's manuscript yet, so I'm looking forward to that. Terry Hill and Gary Vannucci are both excellent authors. Claude Bouchard and Luc Roman, something like that. You know, I'm not sure how he pronounces it. It's Romyn. Very good author. Okay, so I mean, I could go on with this list for an hour, but you know, I don't want to just be sitting here rattling off names. If I missed anybody, I'm sorry, but yeah. See, what are my current projects? Currently, I'm working on book 2, Hatchboro. I'm also working on the Dog Catchers, which is a it's a werewolf series. And it's going to be just a series of short, well, novellas. So, and then of course I'm also working on the prequel to the Kjorlin series. Name one entity that you feel supported you outside of family members. My Facebook friends. Pretty much Sandra Shrewsbury has been a big support. Patrick O'Sheen, Katie Garman, outside of family and whatnot, those Genevieve Scholl, my editor, Joel Ferris, who is with owns and operates Bad Pineapple Studios. He's a phenomenal artist, and he has been supporting me throughout this. Good friend of mine. So if you guys need anything, look him up. He's on Facebook, Joel Ferris. You can't go wrong with him as your artist, okay? Do I see writing as a career? No, I do not see it as a career. I see it as a lifestyle. If you want to make a career out of writing, then you're in it for the wrong reason. Okay? I do it because I love it. If I had to do it all over again, would you change anything in my latest book? I went through and read it again, and I tried really hard, and I think I did a pretty good job of reading this as if it wasn't my book. And I'll tell you what, it was an enjoyable read. I don't know. I really can't say. I don't think I would have changed anything in my book. Let's see. Do you recall how your interest in writing originated? Yes. Once again, 8 years old, writing competition, essay competition, winner. Yay! That sparked my interest in it. So, can you share a little of your current work with us? Okay. Let's see. Since I'm doing this via video, I'm going to have to bring up a piece of that work. Okay, and this a little excerpt from chapter 7. I thought that portal was closed. Keturah looked at Daviesh. How could it have been opened again without the Smith's journal? It couldn't. Something occurred to the priestess. Unless we were meant to think it was closed. I should have gone in to make sure. How could I be so stupid? What portal? Adista interrupted. A scowl appeared on her face. Does this have anything to do with why the land seems to be dying in your wake? It has everything to do with it. Keturah glared at the pixie. You knew this and you didn't tell us? Adista raised her voice. Why would you keep this from us? It's simple, really. A smirk slowly crept on Keturah's face. I don't like you. Well enough, girlie, Lord Cleft chimed in. I'll bet you'd be filling the rest of the crowd. There's a portal to the underrealm that was opened by the blacksmith. She closed her eyes as she gathered her thoughts. Estradi came through it and laid waste to the outpost. He wasn't alone, though. He brought these hounds with him. Hellhounds, Daviesh added. Humans refer to them as demon dogs. I think a dog is like a hound, but I'm not really sure. Well, if you know, be mind them, priestess, Lord Cleft said. It'd be better to hear the tale from one. Daviesh apologized and let Keturah continue. Everyone listened intently as the new queen relayed the events that unfolded as they traveled to Jinvish outpost. She described the hounds in all their gory details, and how their pustules erupt upon death. She explained how the deadly pus turned everything it touched black as it sucked the life out of everything it came into contact with. I'm probably going to edit that sentence. After telling the story of how they killed the disgusting creatures, Keturah told them about Shad'rah. She went into detail about his ability to melt the skin right off a man with a lash of his barbed tongue. She also explained the dual razor-like tails that would slice a man cleanly in two. So there you go. There's a short excerpt of Hatchboro from Chapter 7. So, let's see here. Is there anything you find particularly challenging in your writing? Right now, the most challenging part of my writing is when I'm trying to write the female perspective here, because it's hard to think like a woman, because you never know what they're thinking. I did not say that out loud. Okay, who is your favorite author, and what is it that really strikes you about their work? Well, there again, I'm going to have to say Terry Brooks, and what strikes me about his work is how he can make such I don't know, the detail he puts into his work really brings to life in my mind what I'm reading. So it's almost like I can see everything just like it's a movie as I'm reading it. And I mean, a lot of authors do that and whatnot. But I don't know. It's just I like the his style, his writing style. I like his obviously the genre, and I really look up to him, even though he doesn't know it. But so there you have that. Do you have to travel much concerning your books? Not yet. I'm hoping to soon. Who designed the covers? Let's see. The covers of my books are all done by Joel Ferris of Bad Pineapple Studios. So, again, if you need anything, let him know. Look him up. You can find him on my Facebook. Let's see. What was the hardest part of writing my books? The hardest part of writing them? Well, I'd have to say that the hardest part of writing my books is finding or getting past the blocks. Anytime I get a writer's block and everything, and I mean, some of them are like little beaver dams where water just flows over them, whatnot, but the words flow over the dam. Some of them are like the Hoover. Right now, I've been sitting behind the Hoover Dam for a couple months while I've dealt with personal issues and everything. So, but I'm getting back to the keyboard, and we'll be getting back on track here soon. Did I learn anything from writing my books? Actually, yes, I did. I learned. Okay, maybe I didn't. No. I did learn a couple of things, grammatically, for writing stories and whatnot. Like, when you're inserting something he said, she said, type thing, to when to put periods, when to put commas, in between breaks of dialogue. I won't bore you with any more of that. Do I have any advice for other writers? Okay, this is the most important advice that I can give. Do not write for the fans. Write for yourself. Okay? So until you're happy with that book, until you can read back what you wrote and love it, the fans aren't going to like it. if you can't like it, how can you expect them to? Okay? So you got to write for you. Make yourself happy. Okay? What happens after that with the fans? That comes naturally. It'll follow. Okay? I love my fans dearly. I thank them every day. But if it weren't for them, I'd still write. And so that's my advice. Write for yourself first. Okay? So, do I have anything specific I would like to say to my readers? I love you guys. Thanks. I appreciate all the reviews that have come in. I appreciate the fact that you're reading my books. I mean, like I said, I'd still be writing them, but it's always nice to have somebody reading them and telling me how good they are. It gets me right here. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Do you remember the first book I ever read? Wow. I know it was Clifford, the Big Red Dog, but I don't remember which one. Sorry. It's a long time ago. What TV shows, films do I enjoy watching? Well, let's see. I enjoy NCIS, NCIS LA. I like a lot of the Disney shows that I watch with my little cousin and whatnot, nieces, nephews, whoever. So anything action-packed, comedy, pretty much well-rounded kind of guy. Not big into, believe it or not, I don't care for zombie movies. I'm not a big fan of The Walking Dead, and I don't like Doctor Who. Don't hate me, Whovians. I just don't like it. Okay? So, let's go on to the next question here. Do I have, other than writing, do I have any hobbies? Ooh, wow. Not at the moment. I don't think. No other hobbies. I need to get a couple hobbies. Gaming is about it. I love to play games. Rift right now is my current game because it's free. Let's see here. Favorite foods, colors, music. Junk, blue, metal. Favorite foods, junk foods, pizza, hamburgers, hot dogs, French fries. Ooh, potatoes, anything potatoes. Okay. And cheese, anything cheese. And don't forget the bacon! Everything's better with bacon. So, I do too like blue cheese. Now, shush. Sorry about that. Colors, favorite colors, blue. I like the combinations, black and, actually, believe it or not, black and hot pink. It's a favorite combination of mine. Black and gold. I like purple, as long as it's the right shade of purple. Music. I like a lot of different music, but my favorite would be, well, it would be heavy metal. It would be, Three Doors Down, 3 Days Grace, Seven Dust, Ozzy Osbourne. I mean, all the way back from 80s, even some of the late 70s bands, 80s, Guns N' Roses from the 90s, all that kind of stuff. If I were not a writer, what else would I have liked to have done? Well, let's see, I also do photography, so I guess that would count. And let's see, I was in law enforcement for a long time, close to 15 years, so I guess that would count too. But yeah, pretty much that's it. Do I have a blog or website? I do have a website. It's neilorr.wix.com/author. And then there's also www.facebook.com/Kyorlin. Okay, so that's Kyorlin. And let's see, please share with us a blurb from one or both your books. I've already done that. Oh wait, you're talking about the synopsis? 5 friends brave the wild and fight to preserve the light in Kyorlin. A warrior, a dwarf, a priestess, and a huntress led by a druid shifter. Evil seeks to destroy the land of Kyorlin. These chosen few are selected by the gods to stop it. A witch will do anything to make sure they don't succeed. Will assassins, magic, and demons be enough to put an end to their quest? Find out how far our heroes get in Shad'rah, Book 1 of the Kyorlin series. By me. Okay. Also, remember, Shad'rah, Book 1 of the Kyorlin series, available at Amazon. Okay, so, oh, by the way, if you want a bookmark, hit me up. A picture of myself. Okay, there we go. Thank you for this wonderful interview. We look forward to talking to you again sometime. All right, so that ties that up. And I am going to, with her permission, I am going to slap onto this end of this a copy of the trailer for the book of Shad'rah. This is the video trailer, which was done by Joel Ferris of Bad Pineapple Studios. Okay, thank you. Good night. Y'all have a great day. Something like that, anyway.